Thank you very much, Carolin, for having us. You're the coordinator.
Thank you for coming.
You're the coordinator of a SNIS funded project.
Yes.
On engendering migration, the experiences of recently arrived Afghans.
Right.
Can you just outline in a nutshell what this project is about?
Yes, absolutely. So what we've been looking at are recently arrived Afghan refugees in 4 European countries. And with recently arrived, we talk about persons who have arrived to either Denmark, Germany, Switzerland or the UK in 2010 and after. And what we were particularly interested in is what are the situations that these people face in the countries of destination. How do they cope with these situations? How do they cope with restrictions that go along with this situation? What does it mean, on the one hand, to their senses of belonging, but also to their social relations, to their sense of self, and also to perhaps even their transnational relationships with families and with Afghanistan. So that was our initial interest in the project, which has slightly changed as we went along, but this is something I can explain you in a minute.
So maybe let's jump right to my second question.
Yes.
So what are the most surprising results you obtained?
Well, first of all, I think what we found really interesting to see is that really the situation that people confront, although of course there are detailed and nuanced differences, are similar across the 4 case study countries. So in each of these countries they face severe restrictions as far as to secure legal status is concerned. They face increasing precarity, as well as a certain degree of hostility from the receiving society. So they're not really received in an environment that is in any way encouraging or enabling them to engage with their country of origin, let alone, yes, this is also due to the continuing conditions of crisis in Afghanistan, of course, but also their status in the receiving countries is something that definitely prevents them from continuing to engage transnationally. And what we also found is that really these restrictive situations have intensified in the aftermath of 2015. This is something that we primarily not only found out through our refugee interviews, but really through the stakeholder interviews that we conducted in addition to that, who have really sort of shed light on the broader situation, the broader developments in these 4 countries. And I think it really shows also the value of doing a cross-country study, of really including more than one places and including more than one actors.
In terms of what you think is going to happen with these results in terms of making the transition from research to policy?
In terms of making the transition from research to policy, I think, of course, we can try to not only reach out to an academic audience with our publications. I think this is the easiest and first step to be taking, but I think it also involves more. It involves really re-engaging with our non-academic partners, with our NGO partners, who can help us sort of disseminate what we have found to a wider public, also to a wider public of stakeholders and potentially policymakers, because they're really occupying an intermediate position between those who are concerned, but also between the political sphere, and really trying to, reinstate our collaboration also at this stage of the research may help us to really go beyond the ivory tower. Yes.
Carolin Fisher, thank you very much for sharing these insights, and we shall now go to the workshop and hope to find some policymakers there.
Great, thank you.
All right, let's go.